All right, well, this month marks 70 years since the milestone Supreme Court decision, Brown versus the Board of Education, a ruling that separating children in public schools on the basis of race is unconstitutional. 5 segregation lawsuits were bundled together under the name Brown for a case in Kansas. But the famous lawsuit could have also had a different name. Pix 11's Katie Corrado is live in Teaneck to break this all down for us. Katie.
Hey, already, Teaneck resident Nathaniel Briggs wants to change the name of the historic landmark case because he says he wants it to encompass all of the cases that were under the Brown versus Board of Education name, including his parents who filed one of the lawsuits. He wants to make sure that history doesn't forget their names or what they did to fight for school equality.
If I don't tell the story and others in South Carolina like me or not telling this story, then they may never get out 70 years later.
The 1954 case of Brown versus Board of Education is one of the most well-known in Supreme Court history, ruling that public school separation based on race is unconstitutional. But Nathaniel Briggs says most Americans only know a fraction of the story.
You just can't have an education system in America talk about the greatest thing that ever happened, to equalize the education. Half the country, 90% of the country don't even know about the other cases.
His parents, Harry and Eliza Briggs, were the lead plaintiffs in Briggs versus Elliott, a 1951 case out of South Carolina that was the first to challenge school segregation. It was eventually combined with 4 other cases from around the country under the name Brown versus Board of Education. Briggs wants the Supreme Court to formally change the case name to the Education of the 5.
The American public only know about Brown. It has to be more than just Brown. All 5 cases are on the same level. Brown is not higher. We're not a subcase of Brown.
Briggs says his parents faced severe retaliation for their lawsuit. They lost their jobs and were forced to move out of state.
We got on the Greyhound bus, traveling like vagabonds to Miami looking for work.
He says he and others petitioned the Supreme Court last year for a name change, but were unsuccessful. He says he will continue to file requests and work to give all 5 cases the recognition they deserve.
Never too late to correct the wrong. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what I'm committed to.
And it is a coincidence, but a very fitting one, that Teaneck was the first community in the United States. And it is a coincidence, but a very fitting one, that Teaneck was the first community in the United States to voluntarily desegregate its school system. Reporting live in Teaneck, New Jersey, I'm Katie Corrado, Pix 11 News.